All right, Fuzz, how you doing? Back again? Did you get some bigger clothes last week?
I did.
You did? Oh,
I
that's
sized
good.
up a few, so my T-shirt makes me look like a basketball playing rapper. But I'm cool enough to pull it off, I think. Also,
Very, very cool, Fuzz.
I got myself a Bible reading plan, so my spiritual growth, my inside growth, is growing cool too.
That's a great thing to do. And it's going well? You're ticking off the weeks that you're doing it?
Yeah, I am, but I've got a new problem.
Oh, okay, all right. Talk to me about it. How are you going?
So, my feet, they're getting all these itchy tinglings during church.
Itchy tingles, all right. Now I know how you feel about your feet, so I'm going to keep them covered. Let's just have a quick feel. You're a bit ticklish, are you? All right, I'll stop. Let me just do some blood pressure too while we're here. Put this on your other arm. All right, here we go. Look, your blood pressure looks all right as well. Can you tell me a little bit more about these tingles? When are you getting them?
Well, it happens when I'm in bed and then I wake up and then I'm reading in bed and then I have breakfast in bed and I'm still in my jammies and then I watch church in bed and then it gets to the sermon and I get all tingly.
I think it's something called paresthesia. It's
Paresthesia?
No, not
sneesia.
Paresthesia. Don't worry. It's pins and needles.
Oh.
It's when you've been leaning on a body part too much and the pressure in it builds up a bit and you get the itchy tingles and stuff. And I think you might be staying in bed probably a bit too long on a Sunday morning.
Oh, okay. So I need to get out of bed, but do I still watch?
You definitely still watch. It's hard because we're not getting out of bed to go to church anymore. But if we're going to watch online, I think we still should be getting up, making sure church is part of our Sunday, and we're still gathering with God's people, even though we're spread apart. But getting up and moving around, maybe joining in with the worship or an activity on Kids Online, that's probably a good thing to do, and it will fix your pins and needles as well.
Okay, because it hasn't been really super fun doing church all alone, and that's how God planned it to be with people, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And today's passage, actually, it gives this beautiful picture of what God's church and what God's people, what he wants it to look like. And it's different now, but I really hope that this passage helps you see the beautiful plan that God has for church, and that will encourage us as we keep going on in this strange time. Does that sound okay, Fuzz?
That sounds good. I better listen up today.
All right. Hi, boys and girls. I have some sand here. I love going to the beach and feeling the sand between my fingers and between my toes. I wonder if you went to the beach this holidays. So soft and cool. Maybe making some castles in the sand. Maybe you like walking along with your mum and your dad or your sisters or your grandparents and finding shells and seaweed along the seashore. There's a song I know about, A Little Shell, talking about the ocean. Let's sing it together. Little shell, tell me about the ocean. Little shell, tell me about the sea. Where have you been? Where is your home? Little shell that the waves brought to me. You might have a really great shell collection at home. Well, all the way in the very start of the Bible, God makes a promise to a guy called Abraham. He says God's people are going to be as numerous as sand on the seashore. I can't count how many are in this hand. How many on all the seashores of the world. That's how big God's promise is. All God's people like sand on the seashore. Well, the Bible shows this picture of God's church. He says God's people are God's church. Now, church might be at home for you right now. I wonder what you can think about your church looks like that you used to go to. Maybe it looked like a square building. Or maybe it's one of those fancy churches with all that stone and the big towers that look a bit like a castle. We're going to build a church together. So if you've got some blocks, let's build up a church building together. Here we go. All right. Build it up, build it up, build it high. Build it up, up, up into the sky. Build it up, build it up, build it higher. Build it up, 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 up into the sky. There we go. A very cool church. I don't think yours looks like that though. Well, in the Bible, God says that His church is not a building. It's actually His people. And so all these people that you can't count coming together. This week's passage was in the book of Revelation, right at the very, very, very end of the Bible. And it shows a picture of God's church being people all together. Here, I'll get some more friends. People all together from different countries, different skin colors, speaking different languages all over the world, but together. God grows His people together. We're meant to be with people. And that's hard at the moment while we're so separated. So I'd love you to think about how can you do church with others. Could you invite some friends over to watch it with you? Could you maybe meet at the park? What can you do to be together with others because God grows us together? Now, I've got our friends here with me today, and I don't know what you like to do with your friends. I like to do some dancing and some clapping. That's what I love to do together, so we're going to sing a song about that now. All right, stand up, here we go. Friends, friends, friends all together, what do you like to do? Dancing? Dance, dance, dance all together, dancing is the thing to do. Ready, up high, dancing high and dancing low, dancing low. Dancing fast, dancing slow. Dance, dance, dance all together, dancing is the thing to do. All right, what else could we do? About some clapping and stomping. Here we go. Clap, clap, clap all together. Clapping is the thing to do. And stomps, stomp, stomp, stomp all together. Stomping is the thing to do. Ready? Clapping high, woo! Stomping low. Clapping fast, stomping slow. Clap, clap, clap all together. Stomping and clapping is the thing to do. Woo! Well, that's one thing that we can do together. God grows us to be together. But the picture in Revelation is God's people praising Him, saying, God, you're so good and you're so big, and your promise at the start of the Bible is true and good at the end of the Bible. God's growing us all around the world to be all together. So let's praise Him by singing how big and great and good our God is now. Here we go. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. That's true. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. Ready, mountains? The mountains are His, the valleys are His, the stars are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. Oh, good job, boys and girls. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. And then all the way back. Tiptoe, tiptoe. Now, big stomps. Big stomps with your feet. Rah! And all the way back. And all the way back. And then can we do some jumps? Show us jumps with your feet. Woo! Lots of fun with feet.
For our book this week, we're going to read Bluey, the Beach. In the story, see if you can find where we talk about feet. Let's read it. Bluey, Bingo, Mum and Dad are off to the beach. Beach! They set up the tent, roll around in the sand and then race to the water. Bluey and Bingo pretend the waves are trying to splash them. Here comes a big one. Mum is off for a walk along the beach. Why do you like walking by yourself? Asks Bluey. I'm not sure, says Mum. I just do. See you soon, little mermaid. What a strange answer, thinks Bluey. Not long after, she finds a beautiful shell and asks to show Mum. All right, off you go, says Dad. Whoa! For real life, says Bluey? All by myself? Dad nods. Just don't go in the water. Bingo waves her hands over Bluey's mermaid tail. Bluey laughs. I'm the mermaid who got her legs. Whoa, legs. Mum is now a tiny orange speck. Bluey frowns. Maybe I'll just stay here with you and Dad. But, little mermaid, you can follow Mum's footsteps, says Bingo. Oh yeah! Bluey grins. Thanks! Bluey hops from one footprint to another. She runs and skips and does cartwheels in the sand until she comes across a flock of seagulls. Can you please move? Bluey asks politely. A mermaid needs to get through. It's a good thing mermaids aren't scared of seagulls. Ruff, ruff. Bluey laughs as she hops from one footprint to another. She runs and skips and does cartwheels in the sand until a big wave sneaks up and crashes onto the shore. It takes Mum's footsteps out to sea. Oh, you cheeky wave, Bluey barks. How will I find Mum now? Just as Bluey begins to lose hope, she spots a Pippi coming up. A crab scuttles past. Bluey copies its funny sideways walk. Ha ha! I am the mermaid who got her crab legs. Pitchy, pitchy. Ah! Bluey scampers away, then skids to a stop. A jellyfish! How will I get past? She runs and runs. She picks up a stick and pokes the blue bob. It wobbles. Hello! Ha ha! You can't sting me, jellyfish. I am the mermaid who got her legs, but only for a day. Bluey races ahead. Look at this amazing shell. She calls, but Mum's still too far away to hear. Better keep going. Mum! Bluey runs and skips and does cartwheels in the sand until she comes across an old castle. Perhaps this is where all the other mermaids lived. She thinks and leaves a stick as a present. Then she slowly backs away and bumps right into a pelican! Bluey begins to think she has had enough of walking by herself. She looks back at Dad, but he's just a tiny blue speck. If I can't go backwards and I can't go forwards, what am I going to do? Bluey remembers the seagulls and crabs and the jellyfish. If she just got past them, maybe she can get past a pelican too. She summons every bit of courage. After all, a mermaid has got to be brave. I am the mermaid who got her legs, but only for a day. Then she tiptoes around the pelican. The pelican beats his great big wings and flies away. Thank you for moving, Mr. Pelican. A familiar voice floats towards Bluey. She gasps and spins around. Bluey! Mum! They have a big cuddle. Bluey holds the shell to Mum's ear. It has the whole beach inside it. Bluey and Mum head back together. I love walking by myself, says Bluey. Oh yeah? Why is that? Asks Mum. Bluey thinks, that's a hard question. There are almost too many reasons to say. I don't know. I just do. And there's Bluey and her mum walking away. And that's our story for this week.
Hi guys, it's Linda and Ferris here. We're going to try and do the body challenge today. It's touching your toes. I'm going to try it 2 different ways. I'll show you and then see if you can do it. Okay, you ready? Not bad. Look at this How'd you go? Can you do it? Shall we try it sitting down now? All right, let's try. How'd you go? Have a go at doing the body challenge this week.
I hope that you've learned a lot about God growing His people all over the world together. We miss you so much and hope to see you very soon. Bye.